All right, hey everybody. Welcome back to an episode of Veterans.and.beer. We're actually going to do a What's Your Why today. I'm here with Nye. But before we get started, this is episode 34. Fuck, I can't believe it already. And we want to do a little cheers before we kind of go through the motions. So today I got a Sound of Freedom. It's an IPA out of, State 48 out in Arizona or in Phoenix. And then she's drinking a Yingling, which is always good. So cheers. Before I want to get started, I was going to wear this cap, but I think it takes away from the lighting, so anybody who fucking judges me, I'm going to fucking whip your ass. But America Bourbon, they were a sponsor out in a hike that we did for Reverend Warriors down in San Antonio. She actually did the hike with me, and it was a really fun hike, huh?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Beautiful, beautiful area.
Beautiful area, beautiful scenery. So if you get an opportunity to go out to do this hike next year, definitely do it. It was rainy, but it was nice. It was perfect weather. So let's get started. So Dr. Nye, she is Army. We aren't gonna hold it against her. It's gonna start. But give us a little background. Where you're from. You don't have to tell us how old you are, because you know. But where you're from. Why, not why you joined, but when you joined. What you did in the Army. Any cool little deployments or anything. So yeah, go ahead.
Sweet. So I'm originally from Pennsylvania, so Yingling, right? I joined right out of high school, 17. Had, get signed off on, went into the Guard first. Came back, started college, realized that was hella expensive. And said, well, I guess I'm going active duty. Went active duty, did a couple contracts there, through Stewart, lots of rotations, lots of, operations in that aspect, lots of NTC, things like that. Did some, once I got out, came back to the States because I was in launch school for a while, ended up, going to grad school and everything, and wanted to stay in the reserves because I just quite wasn't done yet. You know how that is. You always kind of like, oh, am I ready to get out? I'm not sure, and hold on, so pretty much every liaison, Guard, active duty, reserves, IRR, and then finally done.
So how many years you do?
10 total.
10.
Yeah.
3 different things. Okay. Deployments.
So deployments, mostly rotations, not so much deployments.
Rotations as in like a 3-month chunk, 2-month chunk?
Yeah.
Oh. And these guys make fun
Painful.
of Air Force for doing 6 months. She did 2 to 3 months. That's not even fair. That's not even fair. That's not even that shouldn't even count. But she was in country, so it's fine. Afghanistan,
friggin' Poland, all through Bavaria, Germany, Italy, just lots of moving around, lots of getting sent forward with, like a FET and this and that. So a little bit of everything.
Nice. So let's begin. Why did you join? What made you just say, screw it, I'm gonna be in this, I'm gonna do it, and get out of Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania is a great state.
Yeah, it is. Original 13. Anyway, I joined mainly, had to get out of the area I was in, had to really sort of spread my wings a little bit. And interestingly enough, every female in my family has served. So all my aunts, my sister, we've all served to some extent. So I come from a long line of female service.
Wow. What about any grandfathers or anything?
I mean, there was an uncle here and there, and my grandfather was airborne as well. It's funny because, he was a little bit promiscuous. So he would jump, break his hip, jump, break his hip. They finally retired him from jumping, and my Mama, his wife, called him a half-legged whore after that. Because he had a limp.
Half-legged whore,
Yeah.
God. I mean, that's awesome. So you wanted to spread your wings,
Right.
but a lot of people just do kind of 4 years. Why did you stay in and keep doing it? Because you got out, you came back in, got out, came back in, correct?
Correct.
So why? I mean, there's, was it a sense of duty? Was it like, I mean, or you were just like, screw it, there's something to do out there?
It was somewhat duty, somewhat just a sense of service. Like, it's part of my purpose to serve. Like, serving and helping people has always been something that's, deep within my heart. It's why I wanted to be a medic. Initially I thought I wanted to be in the trauma setting more, which can make you a little wary after a while, So now I'm working more on the maintenance care, I guess, side of things.
Gotcha. So a medic, did you like being a medic? I mean, you had to have seen some pretty weird
Love
shit.
being a medic. Yes, absolutely saw some weird stuff. Absolutely started to understand how weird soldiers can be too. So, they would like send people to the Roll 2 for stuff they shouldn't have been there for. Or they wouldn't send people that were like, actively having a heart attack.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah,
so...
it'd be crazy, stuff like that. Like, dude walks in actively having a heart attack, and he's like, they wouldn't let me have my inhaler, and we're like, sit down. Like, so it's weird.
So a little background. About about a month and a half ago is when we met. We did an irreverent warrior hike here in Tucson, and we did a a preparation hike or whatever you want to consider it, like the
kind of like a little route recon.
Yeah, and nobody uses recon in the Air Force. It's cool. But we were sitting there talking, and then we just kind of hung out. There's a group of us that are now pretty close with it, and when the hike actually went on, me and another buddy, well, you guys know Tim, but we asked if she had IVs because we didn't really want to drink water. We wanted her to hook us up, and she didn't carry IVs. Like, what kind of medic doesn't carry IVs?
Why would I drink water? Hydrate.
Oh my god. Okay, so now with the continuance of your why, it was service and everything, and you said you got out and you want to continue to serve people. So what is it about that? Why do you want to do that? I mean, like I've talked about in a lot of other podcasts, like, you have an ever evolving why, and there's something there that triggers that says like, hey, I want to do more. I want to be there. So, like now, give me what you do now and why.
All right. So the trigger for the purpose-led why it was friend of mine. Like, we've all lost friends along the way. A friend of mine, Douglas. He was one of the 22 back when it was still 22. And out of everyone I've been around, everyone I've been able to touch and help, he was the one I never had a chance to help. He never reached out. He was isolating and so on and so forth. And that's the one that haunts me, So part of my why and my purpose is, I feel like more of a nurturer, more of somebody that wants to be there. I want to be that beacon. I want people to know that they can always reach out to me, talk to me, connect with me. I'm here for you. And I'm here to drop those seeds that you need, like whether that be seeds in the physical and helping you get out of pain, or whether that be in the mental and dropping something that maybe you haven't thought about, the emotional, and helping you to understand where those feelings are coming from, where you're holding it in your body, or the spiritual, and helping you just kind of reconnect with yourself and your spirituality. I want to be the person that drops those seeds so that you can make it grow, nourish it inside you, that sort of thing. Just be there and be that beacon for our community, mainly because a lot of times we don't want to talk to anybody else.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't fully see that, but those that do appreciate it. These irreverent warrior hikes that we've been going on lately, you see a lot of people who have had tons of struggles, and we become an outreach to each other. So I think a lot of people appreciate that a lot. And I hope you continue to do that, because that's absolutely a good thing to do. Now, going forward, what more do you feel like you want to do? Because there's a lot that I want to do. I mean, there's a lot that we've had these conversations already of me wanting to do a nonprofit so we can kind of bring veterans together, and doing things at least once a month, maybe once every couple of weeks, to kind of give back to the community in a different way. But I know with what you're doing, you kind of try to help out a lot of veterans, don't you? More than anything?
Absolutely. 1,000%. So in helping others and dropping seeds and so on and so forth, like, eventually I'm going to run out if I don't keep training, keep learning, keep getting better myself. So that's part of the journey. So right now I'm working on some workshops and some other things that I'm going to be able to have some vets come to and, learn about what's going on with themselves and get them further away from the opioids and further away from the negative thoughts and get them out of those cycles. So once you understand how PTSD changes the brain and how, anxiety works and how these things work in your system, you can do something about it. You can make changes. So right now I'm working on building workshops for that, and I'll, make sure I drop all that information when it's ready.
As soon as she drops it, I mean, we are here in Tucson, and I don't know what the outreach that you have in your current capacity, but once you do have the information, let me know so I can share it with everybody, because, within this community, I think we all know that we all kind of share information. She shares a lot of information on businesses where she works at, but this is something that can actually, help you guys, help her, help the community in general. So that's awesome. That's awesome that you do that. Now, going back to your military service, like, what did you enjoy about it? Because everybody has their enjoyments, everybody has their struggles, and like, there's
So I think I enjoyed doing like E-Mafia stuff, E4 Mafia stuff. Like, that had to be the best time ever, because there's a group of a bunch of degenerates just being able to like look at each other across the room, and I know what you're thinking. Shit. I know what you're thinking, and it's like, we have tasks to do, let's get it done. Don't ask how. And I love that time, being part of that, and then you graduate and you get your stripes and you become professional mafia at that point,
Those that have went through the E4 Mafia nonsense, you never graduate from that. If you're like strict by the book, The other day we all hung out, there was a group of us, and we just wanted to do hood rat shit, and we didn't really do anything, we just played pool and drank, but it was a lot of shit talking, a lot of, just random banter.
That's the nice part, because, a lot of us vets, we got to put the mask on when we go to work. It's just nice to be able to take it off sometimes.
I know, I don't think these people have seen me in my professional setting. I mean, you have, but I'm definitely not this in a professional setting.
Yeah, me neither.
So, like, some of her, hopefully your peers, I mean, they might watch this, huh? No. But, okay, so the E4 Mafia, but what else did you like? Was there, you had to have had some great leadership, horrible leadership. We'll get to that next, but great leadership, lifelong friends,
absolutely,
continuance of friend building with the stuff that we do now.
All of the above with the friendships, for sure. As far as leadership is concerned, obviously we had good leaders, we had shit leaders, but some of the good leaders I had, she was Staff Sergeant Brewington when I first got to the unit, and she's like, I'm just PFC Bridget, and they're like, hey, what do you want to do? And I'm like, fucking everything. I want to do everything. She signed me up for everything. I wasn't getting home till like 2000, 2030, 2100 every night, because, I was still on the, learning about this system and getting certified in that and going to this combatives class, and just, she made me realize that I had way more capacity than I was currently at.
So a lot of this, and I don't think civilians understand, when you're in that environment, it helps you to grow even more. So when you're in school and doing your, getting your doctorate in chiropractic, yeah, a little tongue tied there. It helps you build because you're not focused on one small little thing. You have plenty of tasks to do. You have plenty of things. And that's what a lot of this military training does. Like, they build you up, they pile up a whole bunch of stuff so that those stresses and those, it's fun. It's fun.
It is. It's fun. It's funny you say it like that because, I'll be at work and like we adjust each other and we, treat each other and stuff like that. And sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes it's a little painful. And I catch myself when it starts getting really painful and somebody's like digging into my quad and I'm just smiling and I start laughing and it looks insane, but it's just kind of part of what we do mentally. We get to the point where it hurts and it's like, now I'm having fun. Now it's working.
I think that goes to a whole nother level as well, because I'm getting my leg done tattoo wise, and that pain is like, it's therapeutic. So it's like mentally, am I insane for thinking that? So now back to the enjoyment of the military. Do you still have those lifelong friends? Do you still absolutely connect with them, see them? Because there's a lot of them.
Every time I can. Depends on where I'm at. We're kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
We all end up stopping at different points in our career, so we're kind of all over. But it's really cool. There's this kind of conference festival I'm going to in March, and I'm thinking about driving over there just so I can stop, make some stops, see some friends on the way. It's going to be epic.
Where's it at?
It's in Florida.
Oh, you're going to drive all the way to Florida?
Drive all the way to Florida.
Yeah, but along the way, you got Fort Bliss, Killeen, Fort Polk, and anywhere else in between.
Yep. It's going to be epic.
That's the beauty. Like, next week I'm going to be in Spokane, and I'm going to throw out a message to see if I have friends out there, because I probably have somebody. Like, maybe I'll be doing this in Spokane. Hopefully I can find somebody. Yeah, maybe. See, that's
if I want to see you.
Okay, so now, the enjoyment of friends, and not just the friends, but, good leadership and that camaraderie. Mm-hmm. What about the bad things? Like, we all have bad stories. We all have that, like, holy shit, like, this is what I don't like.
So, a couple things I really didn't like, but one of the overarching things that I just couldn't get past was getting looked past. When you're lower enlisted, when you're tiny, when you're minority, when you're a female, when you're all of these things wrapped up in one, and you're like, hey, I have something to say, and people are like, no. Like that sort of toxicity is another reason I had to get out. Because like, I know what my capabilities are. I know I can do more. So that was probably the worst part about it, because I knew I could help. I knew I could be an asset to the mission. Let me be an asset to the mission, because I can go be an asset somewhere else.
But you weren't the correct rank. You were
exactly. I wasn't the correct rank, wasn't the correct whatever.
Yes. It sucks because we all say, you got to buy your time and stuff, but it shouldn't be that way. And I think that now with the military, they've kind of adjusted a little bit more to kind of understand.
You got to utilize the individuals that you have. Everybody's got a different strength. Everybody's a subject matter expert in something, you know what I mean? And I hope that we're going toward that.
That's
talent, what makes us strong.
Yeah, the talent. We're a melting pot, so we all have different talents. We all have different capabilities. So yes, I definitely wholeheartedly understand about that. Mm-hmm. And then you had the horrible leadership aspect where you have those leaders that don't give you that opportunity. Mm-hmm. So that does kind of suck, and it kind of gives you that bitter taste.
A little bit.
Was that part of the reason why you got out? Because you did 10 years. Most people who do 10 years are like, I can do 10 more and be done.
Yeah, it's like the red tape and the leadership that didn't want to help. You know, it's like, hey, I want to put it in a packet. I want to do this because I want to help on a bigger capacity. And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, go somewhere else and help.
But you could have also transferred units or done something a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, would you have thought about becoming an officer?
That's what I put it in my packet for.
Oh.
They wouldn't board it, and I have to wait another year and put together another packet. I was like, it's too much when I can do what I want to do. You know what I mean? When I want to do it, you know, strike while the iron's hot type deal.
Yeah.
Like, I was motivated and ready to go. That was the time.
And make way more money and do all the cool things and get to travel now.
But yeah, it's get to meet some cool people.
She just fucking pointed at me like, what the But we have been having a lot of fun hanging out and you know, doing these little hikes that we do. But there's a lot to her, a lot more. And having these deep conversations, you know, I've gotten to learn a lot about her and knowing what makes her tick and what makes her just be like upset about things, you know? And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. She's a little fireball. But I appreciate it. Now, usually I'm on point and I transition really well, and I feel bad. Coming in, doing the things that you did, was there any regrets? Do you just absolutely see something that you just were like, you know? And I know we've talked. She hasn't really watched my podcast very much, but she doesn't know my regret. Do you know my regret? She didn't watch that episode. She didn't watch it. So I only had one in life.
Okay.
But do you have any regrets?
About military service? Not so much. No.
No?
No,
Everything
not at
you
all.
did was just...
I mean, everything I did led me to where I am, you know what I mean? It's all a lesson, you know? Whether it's what kind of leader I don't want to be, or, you know, what have you. Like, I feel like every single thing I went through has led me into being the person I am today. And, yeah, I wouldn't change a thing.
No changing. Wow. Wow. Because there's little things that I would change. I had one regret, but there's little things that I would change within my career. I think maybe a different path. But you're right. Like, everybody knows on this thing that I got in a little bit of trouble in Korea. And
who hasn't gotten an Article 15 or 2?
Yeah, but late in your career, that's definitely a career killer.
No, mine was in like AIT. I'm fine.
Oh, you had an Article 15?
Yeah.
Oh, please elaborate.
So, yeah, basically the rules are when you go off post, you gotta have a battle buddy, and you gotta do this, and you know, it's gotta be a same-sex battle buddy and all this. I went out with like a group of people, and unknowingly, 2 of them were couples, and they like pieced out, and then I'm stuck with this like opposite sex battle buddy. So we're like walking down the street, and this guy is like, you know, Alpha 249 or some shit. I forget what company we were in, and I'm like, just fucking keep walking, man. Like, we don't know what that means, you know, just fucking keep walking. And he runs up and he snaps a picture of our faces and sends it to the first sergeant, and he's like, you're Alpha 249, right? I'm like, Roger, drill sergeant. You know, hit the parade rest. And
So he was a drill sergeant?
He was a drill sergeant. And so we ended up getting taken back, and they're like, you know, tell us who else was with you and all this. And I'm like, I have to live with these people. No. So I ended up getting Article 15 because I went snitch.
Did that guy snitch?
I don't know what he did. But yeah, I ended up getting Article 15 for that. And I was like, y'all are lucky. Like, seriously.
Young in your career?
Yeah.
What year was that?
That was 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Damn. I think shortly after that, well, especially in the Air Force, like an Article 15 was pretty much a career killer.
Yeah.
Like if you got an Article 15, you're gonna do your time, your service, and then they boot you out.
I mean, it doesn't follow you out of TRADOC though.
Oh, okay. So it stayed there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Whole different world for the Army. Mm-hmm. They need people. Air Force didn't. Actually, that's a lie because we definitely need a lot of people right now. All services do, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's sad. It's getting slim pickings out there too.
So anything else? I mean, we all, you said it. We did E4 Mafia shit and
Yeah.
nonsense. Was there anything else that you just were like, you know what? I don't even care. There's got to be times where you just.
I really wish I had the chance to go airborne.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we were like, hey, we have air assault slots, we have airborne slots, we're gonna send a couple people, and then it would always end up, okay, we don't have slots now. They gave us slots to like the grunts, and I'm like, I mean, yes, but y'all need medics too, So I was always a little upset about that.
You think that if that would have happened, you probably would have stayed because you would have had a lot more fun?
Yeah.
Then you would have been a doctor right now.
This is true. So, see, no regrets.
Everything happens
No
for a
regrets.
reason. No regrets. Now, moving on a little bit. Because I do get some family members, and I get sometimes even my kids watch it, which I really wish they would join, but
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough. But for those that are still in, or those that are ready to get out, or those that are transitioning to, where they don't know if they want to stay in or stay out or get out, do you have any advice for them? Because I have talked to you, and you've had great success. You're working your way. You're working your way to do a lot. Within the community, within the military community, the veterans community. But in my mind, everybody has a purpose in this world.
Exactly.
And what advice would you give to them, whether they're staying in, ready to get out, already out, ready to join? I mean, go through that gamut. Like the kid that's about to join, what would you say to them? Like there's got to be several things probably. There's a whole list of them.
I'm so unserious. But yeah, the kid that's about to join, make sure you take candy, I want them to get the benefit of the full military experience. But I mean, yeah, my military time was some of the best time in my life. I got to do things that I will never get a chance to do again. Some of it I don't want to do again. But, now I'm like, that was fun. It was fun. It wasn't fun being crusty at the end of, being in the field for 24 days and not taking a shower. That's the kind of stuff I probably would leave out.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
Yeah, I know, Air Force. But, yeah, for the people that are already in, I would say make sure that you are paying attention to you. Pay attention to what brings you joy. Pay attention to the things that you do in your daily life that don't feel like work, and do that. Make that part of your purpose. Because to me, helping people never felt like work. I go to work every day, and I don't ever feel like I actually have to go to work. It's fun. It's great. I get to talk to people. I get to help people. And then they come back and they go, guess what? I feel better. That's not work.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then for y'all that are getting out, reach out and buckle up, because you're going to want to connect with us.
That's very true. Mm-hmm. As you're transitioning out, stay within that military community. Unless you absolutely hated it, we are here to fucking help. We are here to still have fun, some of us. Not No, I can't say that. But definitely reach out.
Yeah, definitely. Like, stay connected. Stay connected, because it might not be that, you need help with benefits or any of the other stuff that you think of. It might just be, how do you guys survive, being out here with civilians? Like, How do you not explode at the grocery store? You know, just simple stuff like that.
That does suck. That does suck, because you, even at work, sometimes I have to bite my tongue and I have to just be like, oh God, the fucking shit that I would tell you right now. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
but you gotta put on that mask. You gotta be
understand
professional.
that people are going to be late to work. People are going to be, you know, unprofessional. People are going to talk to their bosses differently than you would ever think to talk about somebody that outranks you. And it's going to stab you in the throat and you're going to want to, but
Or just like in the military, people aren't gonna want to carry their weight, but at least in the military you can
There are
do things about it.
consequences.
Yep.
yeah,
In the civilian world, there's not. Sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah,
Shit.
I would say definitely stay freaking connected. That's the big thing.
And what about those veterans that are already out there? Those crusty ones like you and
Oh,
I'm not gonna say I.
yeah, definitely. Reach out, connect with us. Like the ones that are, you know, kind of in their house isolating and stuff like that. Like we see you, we were you at some point. Like I still do that a lot of times. Like I go home and like don't talk to me, but talk to us.
It's crazy because I think you moved here several months ago, and you know, I've been here for holy shit 8 years, and I still love meeting new veterans. I still love just enjoying it. For what we're doing, you know, the Irreverent Warrior stuff, we are going to be doing a photo shoot soon. More to come on that. More to come.
No.
But a group of 25 people and just have fun and just enjoy each other, make fun of each other, and, you know,
It's gonna be epic. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome.
more to come. It's kind of a little top secret right now, but more to come. Like, you guys will be like, what the fuck? Like, hell
Like,
yeah.
y'all are gonna need a medic.
All right, now before we start wrapping it up, I kind of already, you know, brought that on, but what's your current why? Like, what's your why going forward? What do you want to do in terms of how you want to branch out, or how you want to reel people in? You know, because like I said, you know, it's an ever evolving thing, but you're passionate about what you do, and I know you are. Like I've seen you in action. You know, what is your current why, or what's your why? What do you think your why is going to be going forward?
One of my big whys, like I said, purpose plays a huge role, and I really want to make sure that the veteran community knows that there's more out there, that there's better out there, that there are different ways out there. The way that we did things when we were in is not the same way you have to do it when you're out, and you know, being stuck in those cycles where we self-medicate, where we just kind of bite the bullet, drive on, you know, embrace the suck. You don't have to live that life anymore, you know. I want that paradigm to shift massively, because that's the only way we're going to change those numbers.
I think we all want that, and it's unfortunate, because I've said it, and I think I said it in the update. It's not 22 anymore. It's closer to 44, and something like this, a platform like this, a platform of what she's got going on, and how she's going to help the community, I think can kind of curve that. We can all come together and curve that. You've lost somebody, I've lost somebody, I've lost many, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate when you do these hikes and you stand there and you call people's names out, and you do this, and oh shit, like I'm getting chills. Like
I'm shaking.
it's a horrible thing to feel, to know people that have done that, to know that I've been in a position where I've absolutely thought about it, but
Same.
you know, you come out of it and you want to help and you want to be more present. And I think with your why and what you want to do, I think you're going to do great things, and I will absolutely support you. You have this platform, so she wants to have a podcast about talking about trauma and how it affects you and how you can overcome it. Again, she's definitely got a doctorate, and she definitely has done plenty of research. So we will definitely
Still doing it.
still doing it, and we'll have another one. I'll have her on here, and we'll talk about something completely different than her why, because it's important. It's important to reach out, even though I'm getting 100, 200, 300, views.
Yeah.
All it takes is that one view of a little bit of communication, a little bit of contact for somebody to come through, and it shifts. That paradigm, we definitely want it to shift in a different direction. I don't want 44. I want none.
Yeah.
Is that ever going to happen? I doubt it. But our goal is to get there. Our goal is to get there in many different ways. So I will absolutely support her in every which way, shape, or form here.
Thank you.
So anytime you want to bring up a topic or have after you do your research, if you want to come have a podcast because you have plenty of things, let me know and we'll set something up, and we can definitely
let's go.
we can do this, because we're not just going to reach our local area. Like I want this to grow, and I have things in the works to try to get it to grow. So we will definitely discuss this.
Yes, let's go.
Now, as we're wrapping up, do you have any comments, any crazy stories, any people that you just want to say what's up to? Because this is your platform right now. Like, hopefully one day, I know it was you were a little reserved because you're a professional and you're a doctor and all, but your son's gonna see this.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to tell him? Any comments? Because it's a whole different generation, and
It really is.
We talked about this, but
Like these kids are different. But I do want to say that I feel incredibly blessed to have been born where I was born. Incredibly blessed to have been able to add value to to the country, to the military, to and anywhere I step foot, I try to leave a little bit better than it was when I got there. So I mean, definitely, if you're thinking about joining, don't think about what the military is going to do for you and how it's going to help your life. Think about how you are going to add value.
Wow, I guess I never thought of it that way. Everybody that comes on here, has their stories about everything, but you talked about adding value to something else that's even greater than any of us can ever be.
Exactly.
So that's pretty deep right there. I want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. I definitely wasn't fully prepared, and I don't know if I've already given you a shirt. Have I given you
I
a
don't have a shirt yet.
She'll get a shirt. She'll get a shirt right now. And I didn't have it because I wasn't prepared. You know what it was? Is I had some at the IW hike in Tucson.
Yeah, I saw.
And
Everybody got one.
no, nobody got one. Anyway, she'll get a shirt. Next time she's on here, she'll be wearing the shirt. She better be wearing the shirt. But I don't know that I have smalls anymore.
Yeah.
I'm giving her 3X. I don't give a fuck.
Gotta get fatter.
But I really appreciate it. Thank you. She will be on this again. Definitely for some of her work that she's got going on. And all you have to do is let me know what you're doing, and I can also do some research too. I don't know how to, but I can do this. Like, there's this weird thing called Google, and I got this.
Awesome.
So, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because I want to keep growing this. To all you veterans that are struggling out there, we're here. there's definitely plenty of us. There's two of us right here, but seeing what I've seen the past month, and in the next episode that I do, I'm going to do one alone, which will probably be in the next couple of days. I'm going to talk about some of these hikes and some of the things that's going to be coming up soon. So I hope that if you have something going on, or if you're not feeling, up to par, that you definitely reach out to your people. It's very important, and we still want you around. People want you around. People love you. Trust me. I don't know you. I may know you, I may not know you, but I'm here. You can always reach out in the comments, because I definitely read the comments. The few that I get some likes, but I don't get a lot of comments. But thank you. Cheers, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Love you guys.